for Hulton Price and Howden, who's a friend of Andrew Mitchell. David Davis, this surely is a watershed. This is, in a sense, the end of the affair in terms of the public system.
It's the end of the affair in terms of the criminal system.
Yeah.
I mean, there are still 5 more cases to be brought in discipline.
Well, I'll come to that in a moment. But I mean, fundamentally, what you have on your hands is a policeman who lied and has been jailed. You have 3 others who have been accused and found guilty by the IPCC of collusion, some kind of a conspiracy. That is what you thought had happened. It destroyed Andrew Mitchell's cabinet career at that moment. It's out in the open, and that's what happened.
Yes, I think that's right. And it's interesting, you can pick your own words, whether it's collusion or conspiracy, but clearly something went on which, if it wasn't planned, it was certainly coordinated.
Well, but do you believe it goes further than that? That in fact, actually there was really a desire to nail some cabinet minister and get a scalp for a kind of trade union dispute, if you like?
Well, I think that was what happened. I think, and it's a mixture of emotion and planning. Who knows what actually happened in the conversation between them? And bear in mind, apart from the various officers still to face disciplinary charges, there's also other people who've lied in this. There's a civilian witness who lied in this, who claimed to be there. So clearly there's a degree of organisation, a degree of coordination between people.
But forgive me, isn't this the moment to draw a line under it and say, look, what is the point of going to civil law now that, in a sense, you've got victory? You've got exactly what you said has happened, and the authorities have accepted that it happened.
You have the wrong person in front of you to answer that question.
Well, I mean, you're his friend.
It is for Andrew to decide. But Andrew believes he was traduced, believes he was virtually hunted down by a combination of the police and the press, or the police federation and the press, and he wants to see
But
that.
I get a whiff of a sense that you think perhaps it might be a good idea now to draw the line. Let him be the commissioner or the cabinet member or whatever he wants to be.
You're drawing the wrong conclusion. I do think that the government, the Prime Minister, should act to bring him back. I do think that should happen.
But it can't happen if there's a legal case going on.
I don't know about that. I'm not so sure that's true. That's the sort of piece of conventional wisdom that appeared to come from nowhere. I do think it's important that he either becomes a cabinet minister or is at least...
Well, it's awfully awkward for a commissioner to come all the way back from Brussels to sit in a court day after day trying to sort something out.
I don't think that's a problem for somebody who's doing a proper job. So I'm not...
But how serious do you actually think this collusion issue is?
Very serious, and I think the point that the IPCC deputy chairman made about this having done harm and injustice to Mr. Mitchell, but also dragged down the reputation of the police. It's the collusion element. It's not the single person going to prison today. It's the collusion element, which I think makes the public very uneasy about the standards in their police force today.
David Davis, thank you very much indeed for coming in.